We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys.
For Dallas.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
Brings up second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They go screen with Dillon. And some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is all the way up past the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw, and this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The 20.
No, sir. No, sir.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender them to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. These two teams all tied after one. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
That catch good for only a couple.
And 8 at the 20.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Breaks the tackle now at Alley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Room here to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Quarterback on the scramble. The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
The pass.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down.
If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, switch gears. Watch the edge.
10th carry now for Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The ball carrier.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
I got you. Check 3. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Adams, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Into a double team and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
That's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Check. Slam. Here go 47.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, G. Get in there and get what you want, boy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's out to the left and complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
41-yard line.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Harris has it over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Now back to the ground with Elliott. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Dillon now on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Jones, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting. On 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking. Check.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is
game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
On the play. 3 and
on now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you tape, watch him lurk, can't relate. Watch you skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murk, out the gate, on sight. Red, green, red, tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my time was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fake.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal, or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Complete to number
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. Do I want for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all up in buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, check. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Now what can Prescott do in the OT? Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, 46. Check. Mike 50, 46.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.